I've always admired outdoor lighting because I think it really enhances the look of your home and your curb appeal at night. It also helped keep the outside properly lit for enhanced visibility and security. I was thrilled when Lumary reached out with the opportunity to try their permanent outdoor lights on my house. In this video, we're going to go over the unboxing, installation, and the features of this Lumary lighting system and show you the finished product. So stay tuned. There's lots of products on the market that you can use as a lighting solution for your home. So let's talk a little bit about what makes this product from Lumary different. The product shown in this video features RGB WWCW technology. Not only do you have the full color spectrum available, but this version also allows you to adjust between two white temperatures. This further enhances the available color options with these lights, so you don't have to have pure white. You can go from warm to bright on the whiteness scale and everything in between. I'm no expert in lighting technology, but the adjustability with this product in relation to the colors and temperatures is quite impressive in my opinion.
All right, these are the permanent outdoor eaves lights from Lumary. Thanks for sending these out. This one is a 118-foot strand with 80 lights that goes on the eave of your house. As far as out of the box, we got some instructions. Let me get this out of the way. Got some instructions, a little measuring thing with some instructions here. And then we have both of our strands of light, so you can see these little strands are small little LEDs with 3M adhesive on the back. So we got two boxes of those, and then in this box over here we're going to have our power supply. Now this does require a power supply, outlet power supply. There's a control button and then the tie-in for your first strand. Got some extra adhesives and then a remote control there if you want to control that. It's also controllable off the phone app. But if you can see here, the installation steps, we're going to strand these together, make sure they work, and then we're going to place these 2 to 4 inches from the eave of the house, adhesive them on there, get them all set up, and then we will go ahead and hook up the phone app and go from there. So let's get these installed. Now the first step was finding a power supply. Now I have these old furnace vents that I plugged up years ago. I wanted an indoor power supply. If you have outdoor plugs, that's possible too, but I wanted this up off of the ground so the kids couldn't mess with it, and an indoor plug so nobody could mess with it outside. So what I did was I just took this plate off, ran the cord outside, which we'll show you next, and connected my first strand out there on the wall. That way I have an indoor power mount for this. Now here's where I came out. Still got to make this pretty, but this is just kind of the rough end. I ran the extender all the way down, if you could see it there on the bottom, and we got to clean this up here. But this is the start of the light strand. So then I just went right here. Now they give you a nice little measure, which I showed you earlier. Now we just stick these 3 inches out all the way down. It said between 2 and 4. I went right in the middle at 3. So we did this all the way down the house. I would say it took me to put in the whole strand maybe an hour by myself with an extension ladder. And we go up, around, and we covered the entire house with this. So I just went on all the eaves, I went around. So the first strand you can see here, the connection is right there, weather tight connection. We just continued all the way around, all the way to the house. So everything's set up probably about an hour. I got to go back and clean up some of those connections and make it look cool. But like I said, this worked out great so far. So let's go get the app set up and see what this thing can do. Now to set up the app, it's as easy as going into the Play Store, downloading the Lumary app, and then once the app downloads, you're going to want to create an account on the Create Account screen, and then you're going to want to go through and allow all the permissions that the app wants to allow. You're going to want to make sure that your Bluetooth is on and that you're connected to a 2.4G Wi-Fi network, because this won't connect to 5G to install your lights after you have them up. Now, mine found easily, and as you can see, once we get everything set up, you'll see my home system here, and we'll get into the settings screen. Now I'll show you some of the settings here on the app, how you can transition from whites, as we talked earlier, from cool white to warm white and everything in between. You can also adjust
the dimness or brightness of the lights. I love the presets of these. You can also move through different colors of lights, adjust the strands for each light, as you can see on the screen here. The app functionality has been incredible of the Luminary app. I've been really impressed with that. Everything was easy to set up. It found it easily. Also love the feature, I don't show it here, but there's a feature where you can set these to turn on and off at certain times of the day, so you don't have to mess with it. And you can also choose all the presets that they have in this app are really cool. You also have the ability to create your own preset light patterns. You can either use standstill lights or use moving patterns like shown here for any different various colors. So it makes it really easy to transition for whatever kind of colors you're going for, whatever your theme is. If you're looking to do this for Christmas, holidays, birthdays, etc., or just add some color to your house. This is a really cool system, really easy to change settings and adjust to your certain needs. So I really like the app functionality and the colors that this puts on the outside of the house. I was really impressed with how easy this system was to set up. The instructions were easy to follow, and the installation of the lights only took me about an hour from start to finish. The adhesive on the back of this is very strong. It's a 3M sticky adhesive that mounted very well to my eaves. Now, the included measuring card made it very easy to keep consistent measurements of the light strand at 3 inches away from my eave. The manufacturer does recommend placing the lights 2 to 4 inches away from the eave for optimal lighting, so I went right in the middle at 3 inches. As I mentioned earlier, I would recommend an indoor power supply to ensure the controller box remains dry and out of the elements. The app setup was easy and straightforward, and I love that I have full control of the lights from my phone from anywhere, and this is also Alexa capable as well. I also love the fact that I was able to set a lighting schedule in the app for the lights to turn on and off automatically without me having to remember to do it all the time. I will also mention, if you're not interested in hooking this up and using a smartphone, they also give you the option of using a remote control, so you don't have to use the smartphone to control the lights. You'll still have some options on this remote, but I think that the app is very easy to use. Most of us have smartphones now anyway, and it has more adaptability in the app, but this is an option as well if you're not into using your smartphone to control it. I'll be interested to see how these lights fare long term and how they fare during the winter conditions here in Indiana, but so far I've been really impressed with the setup. If you want to follow along and see how these lights perform going forward, I'd encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss future updates. I've linked the product shown in this video in the description below if you're interested in learning more or purchasing some Lumary lights for yourself. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time out in the lawn.